What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here, and today, everyone, I am bringing you all a history of majority rules. So let's get right into this thing, everyone. The first thing I want to talk about, what you guys are all going to be seeing in the background of this video, are all of the majority rules up to this point. Now, I'm going to get into what is majority rules and such, but first off, I felt that it would be really important to bring up that Major was founded in September of 2014 by S.B. Sway, who was the founder of Spacebound Universe, and shortly after he started Major, Sway brought me on as a leader. After I came on, it was one of those ordeals where Sway was extremely motivated, I was extremely motivated to really make the team as big as we possibly could. The cams in particular were called majority rules. So in the background, as I said, you're going to be seeing the majority rules. We actually had 5 majority rules before the team ended in the year 2015, but ultimately SB Sway started this team, brought me on very shortly after he started the team, and then I feel personally that Major back in 2014 and 2015 really did an amazing job when it came to our cams from the standpoint of advanced warfare, which was really the game that we were really focused on and really focused on bringing out majority rules for. And so the reason why, everyone, I wanted this video to be kind of a symbol of what our past was with Major. Each of the 5 majority rules obviously play a huge part in what Major was built on, which was Call of Duty and the Call of Duty trick-shotting and the sniping communities in particular. So majority rules was, we had 5 different episodes, and a lot of people look at trick-shotting as just spinning around in circles, jumping off high different points on maps and on different Call of Duty titles, and they find a lot of people don't really find it very much appealing. But since Major was built on this and this concept of trick-shotting to me and also to Major, it means a lot. It's one of those things that I find it to be quite entertaining, but also something that it takes a lot more talent than people really give it credit for. So trick-shotting and sniping, that kind of all began in around 2009 is when trick-shotting really became a thing. Sniping as well, I mean, sniping had kind of always been somewhat a thing, but really as far as getting kill feeds and really making content based around trick-shotting and sniping really became a massive ordeal in those years to come. And Major, as I said, was really built on this concept of Call of Duty trick-shotting and sniping. So really we want to stick to our roots, and we want to really keep that foundation of what Major was built on as a huge part of what Major stands for. And so at Major Militia, we are going to continue bringing out these episodes, which are majority rules. It's something that we're really excited about. The newest Call of Duty title, World War II, is really where we're going to be moving in that direction as far as producing as much content as we can for World War II. But we really want to stick to, as I said, the roots of what we have been built on and what Sway started in 2014, which was a Call of Duty trick-shotting and sniping team and really producing a lot of gaming-based content. So I'm really excited not only just about the future of majority rules and the future of Major, but also there's so many different possibilities of different avenues that we could go down, and that's what makes the future extremely exciting. Majority Rule 6 is going to be the very first majority rules since we've come back as an organization, as a team. That will be coming out in the very near future. We got up to Majority Rules 5 before the team ended, and I thought that we were really moving in such a solid direction. I wish that we could have, continued that on that, that build up and what was kind of happening with Major. The future of it would have been so bright if we would have just kind of kept on pushing forward. But the past is past, and now we are moving on to the future here. And where we are right now in the present, it's very exciting. But I wanted all of you to be able to have a glimpse at each majority rules individually and see really where this team came from and where we're planning on going moving forward. And it's a very exciting time for Major. We're very excited about just the history of this team. We're very excited about, where we are presently, as well as where we're trying to head in the future. When Sway started this team, it really, at first I was so skeptical about really coming on and really trying to help him build this team to what I just never thought that we could build this team to where it was able to go. And surprisingly enough, we were able to really build something that was really special and something that I really cared about. Well, for those of you who don't know, this past June of 2017, SB Sway passed away. Once I heard the news, I felt automatically, because I had been thinking for months about really starting Major and kind of rebuilding the team and such, and I was going to reach out to Sway and see if he would want to go on this venture with me again. After he passed away, I decided that it would be absolutely something that needed to happen, not only because I loved Major and really what we stood for and the future of this team, but also in Sway's honor. I felt that building this team again in Sway's honor would be the best thing that I could possibly do, and to really show that he wanted to start something. And he started a legacy with Spacebound Universe, but he really wanted to start something as well with Major. It wasn't just a team that he was just going to build to, watch it kind of crumble over time. He wanted to build this team and create this extremely high quality and entertaining YouTube channel and team that really stuck together and felt like a family. So I felt that there was no better way than to honor kind of his life and what his legacy and what he really tried to start, not only with Spacebound but also with Major. And I felt that this was an extremely important part in what Major stands for and what we are trying to do on our end. Major symbolizes so much more to me than just a gaming team or an esports organization. It's a very close team of people who have the same vision in mind and trying to move in a direction of creating content and competing at the highest level of esports around the world. And that is our mission, is to create this movement and to create something that Sway always wanted this to be. He wanted this to be a massive team on huge proportions. And it was important to him, and it was very important to me. Back in 2014 and 2015, I didn't take it as seriously as he was. And so now that I kind of see really what his vision was for the team and what he was hoping to do with Major, it really motivates me to not only want to do that, but also to really carry on in his name and kind of in his memory. Major Militia means everything to me at this point. It didn't back in 2014 and 2015, but it means everything to me now. This team means so much to me, not only because I was extremely close with SB Sway. We were very close for about a full year. It was about a full year that we were always talking. Every single day we would have conversations, and we were talking about just the vision for the team and what we were trying to do, even on our personal channel, on our personal YouTube channels, and just life in general. He lived thousands of miles away from where I lived, and I never met him in person, but what his ideas in his head of what he wanted to do with Major and what he wanted from me, because he wanted to see me succeed just as much as he wanted to see Major succeed. And that's what I think made SB Sway such a special person and such a special individual in this community that we call, the Call of Duty based community of trick shotting, of sniping. And so that is something that's so important to me. It hits home for me because his vision of what he had, I've always had so many of all these different ideas that come to mind, and I give a lot of credit to Sway because he gave me so much passion and so much motivation for certain aspects, whether it was YouTube or esports, whatever it was. And for those of you wondering, SB Sway's real name was Jack, and he was a really, like I said, a very close friend of mine. He really was very close to many people in the Call of Duty scene, but also even in the esports scene. So many people knew who he was, and he worked so hard to get his teams to certain, points in his career, and that's something that he turned a reasonably sized Call of Duty team and turned it into a massive business. He gave all that he could to help out other people who were trying to do the same thing as him, and that was to become successful through the entertainment and gaming industry. And that was something that he had such a massive vision for, and I remember countless conversations with Jack talking about just the future of Major and the future of what even his own personal ventures that he was trying to do. And so I owe a lot to him. And that is the point of this video, everyone. This is the history of Major, the history of Majority Rules. This is what we stand for. We stand for a team that wants to create content and compete at the highest level of esports around the world. And the content that we create is based around the gaming community, the esports community. And it's extremely important to me and extremely important to even the other people in Major, our other members, to really create this feeling important. And my biggest drive with Major now is to make my players feel that they can really create their own brands in Major or elsewhere. But it's really to motivate them, because Sway motivated me so much. My job and my goal is to create this idea that you can go from nothing to something. Because when SB Sway recruited me into Major, I had around 100 subscribers on YouTube, and by the time that we actually ended Major, I was well on my way past 10,000 subscribers. So, and that was just on my personal YouTube channel. So he helped me so much throughout the course of, a year, that we were really doing everything that we could to make Major successful. And that was something that was just so mind-blowing to me, but I didn't see it back then, and now I see it so clearly that Sway really cared not only about Major but also about my personal success. So my job moving with Major, my vision I had for Major in the very beginning now, is to not only create this incredible brand in this great organization where people feel welcome, but also to help these individuals that are joining the team feel that they can create their own brands and have their own vision for what they want to really do in this community, because it is very important. Majority Rules is such a foundation, and Majority Rules was built on the Call of Duty Trickshot sniping community, so we will never veer from that. I always want to have this as a standpoint, as a figure in what Major's history was. And this is the history of Majority Rules. And Sway, this is for you, man. I hope you will join our movement, and thank you for watching.